Hey guys, I want to talk about investor regrets today. And I just had my good buddy and contractor that's rehabbed hundreds of houses for me send me a picture of a listing of a house in Plano, Texas that was actually I just sold 215,000, and it's a house that we had previously rehabbed. And so sometimes I had to look everything up because you just forget these houses over time. But when I see them, I'm like, oh, I remember that one exactly. But it's interesting. The house just sold for 215. The market is kind of crazy, right? We sold it 10 years ago, about 11 years ago, almost 11 years ago for 105. So it's more than doubled in 11 years. And I bought it for 42, right? But it was distressed, so we put around 26,000 in, something like that in it. I think we made about 25 or 26,000. You know, boo-hoo, I'm not crying here, but it's just crazy to think like, well, what if I'd kept that house as a rental, or hung on to it one way or another. It's easy to look back now and say that I regret not keeping all the houses that I had as rentals because well, that would be a whole different world if I had done that over the years, and I know a lot of real estate investors feel that way right now. But the reality is you just can't. So you could live with regret of I should have done this, but the truth is what you need to do is just learn from those experiences. And what would I do differently? I would have found a way to keep more rentals than I actually did. However, at the time, and who would have known we'd see so much appreciation in America, really any markets, right? However, at the time, you have to make those decisions. We have overhead to cover, we have marketing costs to cover, we have a lot of bills to cover, so we couldn't keep everything. You have to kind of generate some today money to feed the monster, to pay your team, pay for marketing, pay for overhead, and all those things. So it's just kind of interesting. My first regret was like, man, I wish that I just kept everything that I've ever bought. But the reality is I could never do that. So I talk a lot about regret and making sure that you're not laying on your deathbed and having regrets in life. And but I think in business, there might be some regrets that you have, but those are lessons to learn, just like everything else. So all you can do is move on. And if I have it to do over again, I might do it differently. And here's the thing, I do have it to do over again, and so do you. If you're watching this right now, you've got to do over with almost everything in your life, certainly business-wise. So anyway, the point of this video is just to say it's easy to look back and say I would have, I should have, I could have. The key is to make sure that as you get later in life, you don't have any more of those than you have to. Like, you use those lessons to learn so that you live with fewer regrets, I guess. So anyway, just food for thought for the day. What a crazy market. What a crazy business, but what an amazing business that we're all in. Opportunity to really change our lives and the lives of a lot of us around us. So try to live your life with as few regrets as possible. The reality is you're always going to have some, but do your best to minimize them. See you on the next video.